Hello, Steve White, Steve RC9. I'm continuing my little series of Master Universe Origins. You know, was it worth it, basically? Now, Evelyn was one I agonized over for ages because the Origins figure was exactly like the original figure. There was no difference. And I just felt like, what am I getting? It looks exactly the same. I'm not getting anything. The colors are exactly the same. Much like Teela, I just didn't do it because I had the Filmation accurate one from Super 7 already. I had the original, and I feel like I'm getting nothing but extra articulation, which I'm not going to use because I don't actually play with them. I don't spend a lot of time posing them. So I just didn't do it. But then along came the 2000X version, which is different colors at least. Exact same mold, looks exactly the same, but at least it's that pale sort of skin color and the purple. And my favorite color is purple, and I love Gothic, so I felt like this is a more Gothic version. So I ended up getting that one, and it's an Origins figure. So I do have an Origins Evelyn. It's just a different color, so it was worth it to do that. And my one does have a cape which I bought from somebody who I won't mention because I have negative and positive reviews, so I won't mention him by name. He does capes for figures on the internet, and I got a few like for the superpowers ones and stuff like that, and wasn't entirely happy with them. This one I got because in the original cartoon she had a cape, and one of the things that the Filmation Accurate one from Super 7 did was give us a cape. So even though I know she doesn't wear a cape, the original didn't have a cape, I'm just keeping it on there because that's just how I display her. So I'm happy with that. I'm glad I got that. I'm still tempted to get the other figure just because I'm thinking of getting the other Teela figure as well. But as of yet, I haven't decided whether or not to do that. Now, is Teela going to stand? Oh, Teela. Is She-Ra going to stand? Yes. I wasn't sure she was going to stand before. I found this one. I found the female characters very difficult to stand, but I've managed to get all of them to stand recently. I spent a bit of time on them. I thought some of them just weren't going to be able to stand, but they actually do. Now, unfortunately, somehow I lost my She-Ra sword. I don't know what happened to it. I had it. I don't know how it got lost. I'm absolutely just devastated by the fact I now have to go buy one online for $1 million. Although there is a nice gold-plated metal sort of looking one, which is kind of interesting, but it doesn't come with a shield. You get the helmet, the mask, and the sword, but not the shield. So I was like, well, that's not going to match. So I don't know about that. But this one, it's very different. So the fact that it's very different from the original sort of made me want to do it. The cape's longer, the material's different, the dress is different. Now, the dress is actually custom. I didn't like that you could see through her dress because they always made a point of the original characters, particularly in the cartoon, that you would never see up her dress or anything. And the fact that you could see through the dress and see her panties, I sort of thought, nah. So I just managed to find some white nylon and just cut a piece, and because you can take her chest apart and her waist apart, I put it in. I think it looks really good. I think it doesn't stand out at all. But yeah, so you get the sword, which is more screen accurate, but smaller than He-Man's sword, which never made any sense. Yeah, the sword looks a bit big in her hand, but it did in the cartoon, so why not just go with that? The piece of plastic around her waist, like a belt, that really should have been material as well. It does feel really clunky and odd. And I did like the plastic hair, but now I just miss the brushable hair. And there is a brushable hair version, and I think the yellow, and the other thing is that yellow plastic is so yellow. It's not gold. Like the other one is that dark brown sort of gold look, which I'm going to repaint that one and try and get a slightly lighter gold paint when I get the actual sword as well. I'm going to restore some of the original ones that I just want to. But yeah, I might repaint that one. I think the one with brushable hair is a bit more realistic in colour, but it may just be the photography of the one I was looking at. I'm not sure, but I do want to get that one as well. So happy with this one because it is a totally different figure, and the moulded hair and everything made it really interesting. But I still want the brushable hair version, so I'm going to get that. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Would you get them?